Here are 18 heat and drought tolerant veggies that you can start and grow through even the hottest summers. Let's go. Hey friends, it's Kendall, your joyful farmer. I'm out here in the high tunnel on a warm June day, and it's time for me to pull onions and start thinking about planting more veggies in the ground. All the veggies on this list, once they're established, will survive heat and drought just fine. And most of them you can still start from seeds outdoors in June in locations where you have a long, hot summer. They just need enough water to get the plants established, and then they'll be fine through a summer that gets above 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius. Armenian cucumbers, also known as snake melon. Armenian cucumbers are not actually a true cucumber, but they're in the melon family. They grow vertically. I like to grow them on a cattle panel trellis. They're also heat tolerant and drought tolerant, although they do appreciate an inch of water per week in order to produce fruits well. Armenian cucumbers are good for slicing or pickling. They're very crisp, ribbed fruits with a mild cucumber flavor. Some of them are striped and they have a slight fuzz on the skin, and others have lighter skin and a ribbed texture on them. Basil. Basil is a classic warm season herb with fragrant leaves, perfect for pesto, salads, and sauces. I like to grow sweet basils, Genovese basils, globe basils, and purple basils. Basil loves heat, and it also appreciates regular harvesting. Be sure you pinch back the flowers to keep it productive all summer long. Malabar spinach. Malabar spinach is a beautiful vining plant that has thick, glossy leaves, and it thrives in hot, humid weather where true spinach fails. Because it grows vertically, it makes it beautiful on a trellis. It has edible leaves and stems, and they can be used raw or cooked. And they're super easy to grow direct sown. Just watch out, because if they go to seed, you'll have lots of volunteers. Corn. Sweet corn is a summer favorite that grows best in blocks as opposed to rows for proper pollination. It needs full sun, fertile soil, and consistent moisture early on. When you're planting in June, I would look for quick maturing or drought-tolerant varieties, such as early sun-glow hybrid. Okra. Okra is a quintessential crop here in the southern U.S. It likes to be direct sown in really hot and dry conditions. It produces pods that can be eaten fresh, breaded and fried, or added to soups. The flowers on okra are just beautiful, so it's not surprising to find out that they are a relative of hibiscus. To keep plants producing, just be sure to harvest pods regularly. Roselle. Another relative of hibiscus and okra is Roselle. Roselle is a fast-growing, heat-loving tropical plant known for its bright red calyces, which are used to make tangy teas and jams and drinks like hibiscus tea. Roselle thrives in full sun and warm temperatures, making it ideal for our longer growing season. It will start to form the little calyx buds when the days shorten in the fall. Noodle beans or yard-long beans. Noodle beans are long, slender beans that grow up to 3 feet long. The vines climb up a trellis and they'll just hang down from the trellis. They love the heat and humidity, and they really do need trellising. Pick them young, 8 to 10 inches, to get the most tender beans. They're more tolerant of drought than traditional green beans, and they're very prolific. Southern peas or black-eyed peas or cow peas. Cow peas or southern peas are a heat and drought tolerant legume that thrive in poor soils and help fix nitrogen in the soil. The peas can be shelled and cooked fresh, or they can be dried and stored, and they can be used as a cover crop to keep soil life going. They're really a must-have for summer in Texas. Cantaloupe or muskmelon. These are sweet, fragrant melons that grow well in hot climates. They do need plenty of sun, space, and good drainage. Hale's Best and Jenny Lind are 2 varieties that do best in extreme heat. Now, if you're finding value in this video, I would love it if you would consider liking, subscribing, or sharing it so that we can continue spreading the joy of growing with others. Celosia spinach, also known as Lagos spinach. Celosia spinach is a heat-tolerant leafy green from the amaranth family. It produces tender, nutrient-rich leaves that can be added to soups or they can be sautéed. It grows really well in poor soil and full sun. It can be started direct sown, or it can be started in cells or 3/4 inch soil blocks and then transplanted out. New Zealand spinach. This is another heat-loving alternative to true spinach. New Zealand spinach spreads like a ground cover and produces thick, slightly crunchy leaves that are great for fresh or cooked dishes. It makes great summer greens. Chijimisai. Chijimisai is kind of like the super cool cousin to bok choy. It's compact, really crinkly, and has very tender green leaves, and it grows fast and handles both cool weather and warm weather better than most leafy greens. The leaves are mild, slightly sweet, and they're really great in stir fries, soups, or even raw in salads. Squash. This is summer varieties of squash like zucchini or yellow squash. Squash loves full sun, and with some supplemental water, it'll make lots of squash in the heat. You do have to be very vigilant for squash vine borers and squash bugs in the heat of the summer. Pumpkins. Along the same lines as summer squash, pumpkins can be started in June or July, and that'll give you fall pumpkins for pies or for decoration. They'll grow well in the heat and produce pumpkins for you in the fall. Swiss chard. Swiss chard is a versatile leafy green with colorful stems that brighten up any garden. Swiss chard does well in cold weather, but believe it or not, Swiss chard also tolerates heat, making it possible to grow it year-round here in North Texas. When you're harvesting Swiss chard, you want to harvest the outside leaves first and harvest from the outside in. Dino Kale. Dino Kale has long, dark green, bumpy leaves and a slightly sweeter, milder flavor than curly kale. It holds up really well in heat and cold, so you can grow it for months on end. It's perfect for sauteing, throwing into soups, or making kale chips with it. And the more you harvest it from the bottom leaves upward, the more it grows. Luffa Gourd. Luffa is a vining gourd. It requires very little water once it's established, and it can be cooked and eaten similar to zucchini squash when it's small and tender, or it can be grown to maturity and dried and used as sponges. It does need a longer growing season, about 150 days, to grow and produce those mature loofahs. So here in North Texas, it can still be started from seed direct sown outdoors through the beginning of June. It will produce loofahs as the days get shorter in the fall. Sweet potatoes. Last but not least, sweet potato is a heat-loving, sprawling vine, and it does have to be grown from slips or baby plants rather than seed. Or you can also stick a sweet potato halfway in the ground and grow it as a cover crop for soil in the summer. They are great for poor, dry soils. You can even eat the leaves. They're apparently very nutritious. And they do need a long growing season, but they'll reward you with a big root harvest. So I hope this list was helpful. I would love to hear what you're growing this summer, and I wish you joy on your growing journey. I'll see you next time.